Hello, everyone. This is Isha Waka from the Orange Army dugout. Today with us we have Neha from CSK and Pranav from Orange Army. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you for being here. We'll quickly start with our first query to Neha. Can you please tell us your journey and how it started being a CSK fan?
So, I am based out of Mumbai, and by obvious reasons, it would be assumed that I will should or I will or rather should support Mumbai Indians. But I'm a huge Dhoni fan, and my only reason for supporting CSK is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Of course, journey started since season one, or even before that, I was a Dhoni fan, so it automatically, naturally flowed that I do become a CSK fan. Sure, the journey has not been extremely smooth. We've had our share of ups and downs, but that does not shake our belief and loyalty to our team. Be it win, be it loss, it's fine. We all take it happily in our stride and move on. Led by our captain, as he keeps on saying, trust the process. Don't worry about the results. If the process is right, you'll automatically get the result. So that's what we also do. We take the defeat in our stride. We also win very silently and don't make a big fuss about it. So the fans are also like the captain, cool fans. No ruckus.
Agreed. That's a great journey, in fact. So, Pranav, how did your journey start and how's it going so far?
My journey started 10 years back since the time Sunrisers have been in the league. It's been fantastic. I mean, there have been no real heroes in the side, but they have generated heroes, they have produced heroes. They have always played as underdogs, but managed to qualify, a lot of times to the playoffs, which is a great record. I've managed to watch a couple of games live. Unfortunately, not got to meet any players, but would love to meet some players if I get a chance to. But yeah, one more thing, I'm a left-hander myself, so I'm a big Sangakkara fan as well. So Sangakkara was our captain back then. Just adding to the point which Neha just mentioned about the skippers. So additionally, again, they have been underdogs throughout the season. They have been a good bowling side, so that's what makes me a good Orange Army fan.
That's great to know. I mean,
To add to that, I recently went to Chennai to see Chennai versus Lucknow. And of course, as he said, I haven't met any of the players personally, but we did go to the hotel where the players were staying and we did see the entire team go through. And I also got to see Dhoni, of course. So that was my aha moment of the year so far.
wow, that's really good. I mean, meeting the Mahendra Singh Dhoni is definitely
I mean,
a
not meeting, just watching him.
watching, yeah.
And
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
I would love to meet him. I mean, who wouldn't? But just watching him was enough for now.
agreed. So, coming to the next query, who do you think will fit into the playing 11 for tomorrow's game? And what do you think is going to be, an added advantage for tomorrow's game? We'll go with Pranav first.
I think there won't be very drastic changes to the lineup. Uh, they might have a look at Karthik Tyagi instead of T. Natarajan, who has been a bit off at the death bowling. But Chepauk generally has been a bit slow in nature because thanks to CSK's batting, which suits slow bowling. So they have been a batting dominated side. So ideally, Sunrisers would have to bat first, give them a total to chase. That's how Chepauk should work. And I'd expect Aiden Markram to bowl a few overs as well because there are loads of left-handers with Stokes fit. And I'd love to also see how Chennai fits Stokes in the side. And I'd also want to have a look at how Marco Janssen operates with his cutters and slow balls at the chip-off pitch. It'll suit his style as well. I'm not sure if they would go with Umran Malik with that kind of pitch where it doesn't suit him a lot because that could be easy on the bat directly. So Umran Malik might have to wait for his chance again. So yeah, I don't see drastic changes. I just expect the likes of Sundar and Mayank Agarwal to step up a bit more uh, unlike the previous games.
That's right. Even I'd like to see Markram bowling because he does have good records. And, in SA20 as well, we've seen him bowl and
He
he
took more
hasn't
wickets than
bowled,
Rashid Khan.
yes.
I mean that's an incredible record. He took more wickets than Rashid Khan in the SAR 20 league.
That's a point to highlight. And I think our captain should bowl this time. So, Neha,
Right.
so what do you think?
Sorry, before that, do you guys see Adil Rashid playing probably because it's a slow pitch? He might
No,
bring
I think
something.
Adil. It's difficult to fit Adil Rashid
Exactly.
into a
It's
side.
because of the team balance. I do get that, and
Yeah.
that's why he's benched for now. But I think it'll be
But
interesting to see.
no, I don't think they play two leg spinners. Otherwise, they'll have to sacrifice Mayank Markande, which
Yeah,
is slightly harsh on him because he's done well except that last game.
yeah.
Uh,
Washi has not been great so far. Not taken a single wicket yet.
yeah, but I think that's why I want Makram to step up more.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
Fair enough. Sorry, yeah.
So, your prediction,
So,
your playing
right. I
11.
think, right. I mean, knowing Dhoni and company, they don't like to pester much with the team combination. It's Cheapok. It's Cheapok. It's home for us. And I think we are going to go with the approach of spin to win kind of a thing. That is our strength, has been our strength consistently throughout the years. So I do not see much tampering in the usual playing 11 with Denvoy or Gaikwad, Ambati Raidu again as an impact player. With our usuals, Ajinkya Rahane, he's been playing so freely and so independently. I'm loving his batting. Dubey has been hitting some impactful knocks. So I wouldn't want to tamper much unless I'm not sure if Ben Stokes is still available because I do understand that. Just hold on, just give me a second.
Yeah,
Oh,
just to take on from where Neha left. Stokes is available, and I'd again like to see how they fit in Stokes and Rahane because as long as I understand CSK's combination, it's more like fitting somebody instead of Stokes because he was not bowling. So since Stokes was playing as a pure batter, they were trying to fit in Rahane, which worked well for them. But they might swap out Rahane for Stokes and maybe lean a bit on the bowling side. Maybe try somebody like a Hunger Kaker instead of Patirana or something of that sort.
No, so I was saying that with Ben Stokes, you're right. I mean, Ajinkya Rahane came in as like a filler because he was not available, he was injured. But that worked quite well in our favor, and he's proved his worth in the last three games. I did read somewhere that he did practice on Wednesday. He did a couple of he did arrive for the net practice session, but I'm still not sure if he's available. So I think I'll still go with Rane and our usual combination with Jaddu, Moeen Ali, Dhoni. Michel Santner is available. He's like an all-rounder for us. So I'm not sure. Thiksana will surely be in, but what's his name? I keep on forgetting the other bowler's name. Mathisa.
Patirana,
Uh,
Patirana.
yeah, but he or maybe Michel Santner. But otherwise, I think we'll pretty much go with our traditional usual unit which we had in our last over. We've been batting crazily well. I'm really happy with our batting unit. Yes, our bowling and fielding is a little bit off here and there. I wouldn't be shy to agree or accept that. But I think it's Cheapak. It's home game. We've never really lost any game with SRH, if I remember, on Cheapak. I'm sure we've had very limited games, but whatever we've had in the past. And apart from that, I think spin is our strength. If we win the toss, if we bat first, put up a good total, I think we'll be on the right track. But even despite that, it could be a worry. SRH, I think Harry Brook is in great form, but he bats well against pace. So spin, it'll be like his test to spin times basically. So that is one player that could be of danger to us. And of course, your captain, uh, he's too good, so he can just do anything. So one is that, and one is Harry Brook, of course. Bowling wise, as I said, I didn't see Washington much impactful, so I'm not quite worried about that probably. So in an ideal situation, I would like to win the toss, go bat, make heavy runs, give them a good total to chase, and with our spinners, that being our strength on that particular pitch as well with Moeen Ali and Jaddu, I would like to defend it very, if not very easily, but take it to the last over and win the match.
Do you see Moeen Ali playing with not a lot of left-handers in the side? There are only a couple of left-handers, so that could be an option to bring in Stones, maybe.
If he's available, I doubt. I am just counting that he's not available yet. He's not available for sure. I mean, because he's just got yesterday onto the practice session, and I doubt they'll make him available so soon. I'm not sure if it's a heel injury, not a knee injury. And of course, Dhoni has been nursing a knee injury as well. So that we could see very clearly in the last match. So some worries for us in that department. Even Deepak Chahar has been nursing some sort of injury. Not that I'm too keen on having Deepak Chahar on the squad. I do understand we need the fast bowling options as well, but I think we can do away with him. But I would, for some reason, definitely want to see Dhoni promote himself up the order. And we know he's been playing in whatever capacity he's been playing, either coming in the last over or the last 2 overs. He's been giving us some great runs. So, as a fan, as a CSK fan, as a Dhoni fan, I would want to see more of Dhoni batting. Yeah.
Yeah, I think even if we are not CSK fans and we just want Dhoni playing,
Yeah.
when Dhoni is batting, you can see the viewership go high for every CSK match.
Even
Yeah.
if it's
So
last over, even if it's two balls, suddenly the viewership just goes up.
that's
Yeah,
right.
we definitely want to see Dhoni back,
Yeah.
of course.
So coming to the next part, quick rapid fire. So I'll just ask you random queries and without having much time to think, you just have to answer. So either of you can answer, but first I'll go with Pranav.
Yeah.
So if you were the captain of Sunrisers Hyderabad and you have to tamper with the playing 11 currently, who would you pick? First the bowling unit and then we'll go with all-rounders and batsmen.
Okay, so my bowling unit would be Bhuvneshwar, Karthik Tyagi, Marco Jansen, Washington Sundar, and Mayank Pakande. Of course, Aiden Markram will contribute with the ball as well.
And then
Then my all-rounders, I think I would sub out Washington Sundar for Abdul Samad again, or maybe Vivrant Sharma for that matter, just to get a few hits, assuming that we are chasing. For our batting unit, I would open with Abhishek Sharma only for this game because, like Neha mentioned, they would, he handles spin better. So I would, assuming that Dhoni gives Tikshana the first or the second over, depending on the turn. So uh, Mayank, Abhishek, Rahul, Brook, Markram, Klassen, and Samad. That should be the line.
okay, fair enough. And Neha, you're the captain. I know you don't want to replace Mr. Captain Cool, but if you're the captain, or let's say coach maybe of CSK, your
We
perfect
saw
playing 11.
we saw Conway wicket keeping today. There were photos surfacing.
Sorry, Convoy, keeping today.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Conway was keeping wickets.
I think maybe just in case his knee injury erupts or becomes a little more serious. What I understand is the coach has said that I'm happy. Dhoni hasn't said that he's not available, but you never know. It's a matter of health. He might just be sorry. Coming back to your question,
it's a
playing 11, pretty much same as RCB, except I mean Devon, Rituraj Gaikwad, Shivam Dubey, Moin Ali, Jaddu, Dhoni, Tushar Deshpande. I think he's getting better with each game, to be fair. Theeksana, Michelle Santner. I would actually not keep, what's his name? Mathisha. I'll keep Michelle Santner in for Mathisha and then Ambati Raidu. Did I miss anyone? Rahane, sorry. Rahane, Ambati Raidu is an impact player, probably.
Okay.
okay.
So only one change, which is between two bowlers.
Okay. So Pranav,
Yeah.
Samad, what are your thoughts on him? He has been the impact player for nearly 2 games, 2 to 3 games now, and he hasn't brought much of an impact. What is your concern? Like, what do you think?
I think he has been batting a little low in the order. Uh, one thing that I'd like to see With every management is the players who are struggling, just give them freedom. Like Brooks struggled for runs, they opened with him in Kolkata and he just smashed in 100. So since Samad plays spin a little better than Brook, we could actually see him opening. I mean, these are my fantasies, but uh, that's something that I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. The problem with Samad is that he's not able to gauge the length properly of the ball. He's actually a little shaky against the short balls, which we have seen. So slightly sluggish pitch again. So could be a touch and go thing, but I would definitely want him to hit a few sixes in front of his idol, I think, MS Dhoni. So he should come off well. Just hoping that he doesn't bat at all. I mean, does not need to bat at all. Whenever you're chasing or batting, need not bat at all.
And also Umran Malik. Do you think the Jammu boys are not doing their best in the recent past? Because Umran Malik did give away about more than 28 runs against
Yeah.
KKR, so he wasn't playing last match. Do you think that's fair, or do you think it was a bad decision?
I think with Umran, it's quite natural with his pace to lose control. And the match you mentioned, every pacer went for bonkers. It's quite natural. The reason why they left out Umran out of the lineup is because of the pitch that was put out in Hyderabad. That was again a slow turner. It's not very sharply turning pitch, but it was a slow turner. So having Umran on with that pace, again, the factor I mentioned that, it'll come onto the bat nicely. So it has nothing to do with his previous performance. We might actually see him tomorrow, depending on the conditions, because it's overcast or something of that sort because of the weather. You could see Umran. It has nothing to do with his confidence. I think he'll be head high because he's a retained player. I'd expect him to do more well going forward, uh, depending on the pitch. It's good signs that they're picking sides according to the pitch. That's one positive side of the management. So there's nothing wrong in Umran not playing the last game.
And Neha, so we do see that Ruturaj has a good score record against SRH. And I remember one match, we were all as a fan club sitting and watching that match. I was like, Are yaar, ye 99 pe out ho jaye. And that exactly happened. Yeah, I was like, okay, I predicted well. It was so vague. So what do you think? Do you think we'll see that power hitting tomorrow against SRH, or is it going to be an off day?
No, I hope. I do realize that in the last two games he hasn't. Last two games, yes, he hasn't fared well. He started off his journey pretty well. He in fact had the orange cap, but last two games have not gone well for him. He cannot. No cricketer can play in all games and perform in all
That's
games.
right.
That's absolutely fine. Uh, but yeah, I do hope he gets his due, which is his century. If tomorrow is the day, be it tomorrow. But that was a very heartbreaking moment, frankly, when we saw him out on that particular score. But I do hope he crosses the line this time and gets 100. And Cheepak, he's played pretty well in the last game. The last game, when I say I remember the game which I went to see, which was versus Lucknow, he played damn well. There were sixes flowing, and I think the fans supported him so well in the stadium. He's become like their favorite kid in from the team, basically. So I do hope he shows his power batting, and for that I hope we win the toss and bat first, so that we bat a little freely and we get to see a lot of power hitting from all the players. I'm looking forward to see Gaikwad and Shivam Dubey as well, because of the form he has been in off lately. I hope he shines bright. And of course, Jaddu is our MVP. He's the most valuable player. Not just CSK, I believe, even for the Indian team, in the form that he's currently in, being batting, bowling, or fielding. So yeah, I hope to see these three players blast out tomorrow at Cheepak.
If CSK get off to a good start, I bet Shivam Dubey won't bat. That's how MS Dhoni thinks. Dubey
Yeah,
won't bat.
let's see.
Moeen Ali will
So
come
yeah,
down
I
at
think
number
the
three.
role definitely changes depending on the team situation, right? I mean, it definitely changes. If you have two early wickets and then you have third and the fourth batsman on the crease, one has to anchor the innings and one has to go for those shots. Otherwise, they will not be able to score. And of course, if the first two players go along, we get a good score in the power play, then that changes the entire thing in the initial over. So it all depends on the early fall of the wickets, what the run rate is, who's coming in at what numbers. It all eventually, it's not an individual game, it's a team game. So you have to fit in the role as per the what team demands at that particular point. So it would absolutely change. It's absolutely fine. Whoever plays, whoever knocks it out of the ground, as far as we win.
So it's been a good discussion. I'm coming to the last segment. I know I don't want to end this discussion, but we have a time constraint. So your chants, the last segment, your any dialogue, chants, or messages, or anything you have for the fans. We'll go with Pranav first.
Uh, I'll give you an analogy before giving you a chart. This is the MRC Nagar Derby. So both the Sun office and the India Cements office is in the MRC Nagar at Chennai. So I hope that we own the MRC Nagar and we'll win tomorrow.
Good one. So you want Sunrises to, invade Chennai tomorrow.
Yeah, of course I don't want them to invite to the India Cements office, but of course
Yes,
get into the Chepauk stands, turn orange, and get those 2 points.
fingers crossed. Neha.
Yeah, so chants at Cheepak uh, are gonna be for CSK. It's gonna be a yellow ground altogether. Uh, for anyone who watches Dhoni in Cheepak, know what it is to watch him in Cheepak. People, the way it is such and in Wankhede, exactly same it is Dhoni in Cheepak. Uh, whatever happens, it's a healthy competition. May the better team win. Of course, yes, it has to be healthy at the end of the day. And I would just like to end it with definitely not.
So thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. So this is Isha Vaka signing out. But let's see if the lions are going to roar or the eagles are going to soar high. Tune in and watch our next episode. Until then, bye bye. Hashtag Orange Army AD.
Thanks, Isha. Thanks, Pranav.
Cheers, bye bye.
You.
Bye.